Welcome to the Mic Locker. This week we're going to take a look at another offering from Austrian Audio, the OD5. Since we've already looked at the history of Austrian Audio and AKG in our previous video, link up top, we're going to cut straight to the chase. The OD5 is a unique looking active dynamic mic. Not something you hear too much about, but it seems to be becoming more of a thing lately. Essentially, the mic is a dynamic, but has an active circuit to act as a buffer for long cable runs and a powered filter circuit. The mic retails right now for around $299 USD. In the box, you'll find a first-rate semi-hard case. Inside the case, we find a warranty card and a sparse instruction manual, and of course a sticker. Can't do without those. There's a solid clip with a metal insert and the ever-useful Euro adapter, and of course the mic itself. The mic's unique design features a swiveling head basket which can rotate 220 degrees. This allows the mic to be placed at all sorts of strange angles and still allow for the capsule to be pointing in the right direction. I can see this being extremely useful in a live setup where time is of the essence in getting a stage set up quickly. Instead of having to fumble with a mic stand like someone in one of those weird product infomercials, you can essentially get a stand up any which way and just rotate the head basket around to where the business is happening. It may be useful in the studio as well if, say, a drummer has a really busy setup and getting a stand in between a bunch of hardware seems a bit of a challenge. I want to add here that since I did the OC16 review, Austrian Audio still has not responded to my email inquiry. Makes me wonder what customer service would be like if you had an issue with one of their products. The capsule is a cardioid pattern with a frequency response of 20 Hz to 18 kHz. The frequency response chart is a little confusing as they add in a response of the mic with a 5mm proximity effect and then a standard response of 1 meter away. That's a pretty big jump. The mic features a negative 10 dB pad and a three-way switch for bass roll-off which can be set to flat, 80 Hz roll-off, and 120 Hz roll-off. The max SPL is an impressive 151 dB and greater than 160 dB with the pad enabled. One would think with a negative 10 dB pad, the high SPL would just be 161, but they note it as greater than 160. Yay marketing. The sensitivity is 6.7 millivolts per Pascal, which is quite a healthy output. The impedance of the mic sits at 275 ohms, which, if you remember our impedance video, we should aim to use a pre that has an input impedance of 1100 ohms. Maybe I should say greater than 1099 ohms. Our Neve pre's conveniently have a 1200 ohm setting, so that's what we're going to use for our tests. And lastly, since the mic is active, it does require 48 volt phantom power. Before we get into the studio tests, I'd like to do a little test here on vocals, as I could see this mic being a unique eye candy piece for the streamer or caster community. This is the OD5 from 6 inches away. This is the OD5 with my mouth very close to the diaphragm. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Simple Simon said something stupid. Simple Simon said something stupid. This is the mic at 0 degrees on axis. This is the mic at 90 degrees off axis. This is the mic at 180 degrees off axis. And right back here to 0 degrees on axis. Austrian Audio says the mic fits in on drums and guitar cabinets and horns, so I figure we'll toss it in front of some of the usual suspects. First, we'll throw it in front of some electric guitar and compare it to everyone's favorite love-hate control, the Shure SM57. Next, we'll place it on a bass cabinet and compare it to an RE20. While we've got the RE20 out, we'll then put the mic on a floor tom, and then compare it to an Audix D2 on rack toms. And finally, we'll bust the SM57 back out for a comparison on snare drum. Let's get to the demo. This is our second Austrian audio mic, and I'm impressed by the build quality. How do you think this mic fared against our normal go-to control mics? What use cases can you think of for having a swiveling mic head basket? Please leave me some feedback and tell me your thoughts, and while you're at it, please hit the like and subscribe button if you got anything from today's video so we can continue to bring you videos every week or so. And hit that notify button if you're interested in being notified when we put up a new video. That's it for this time. This is Pags, signing off.